Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in my lab. I got a nice little concept I came up with. My little personal philosophy says to believe means not to know. Experience, aka gnosis, means knowing by what? Experience. And knowing and experiencing God for myself is what made me a spiritual philosopher. Now, because of my experience, my God experience, I talk God, I explain God, I break God down, I teach you about God. I do God all the time. I'm going to talk about God. That's what spiritual philosophers do. Let me talk about God for you. Let's go. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question: do you know you? Well, when I'm through, it's rhetorical, but if you don't have to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself and to my God be true. Right thinkers. P Funk philosophy, again, mine says you can't believe in God. You have to experience God. I didn't give that lesson with how I said got the truth by God's real name. It have to be experienced. It can be communicated verbally. It had to be telepathically communicated from one to another. So again, let's talk about this thing. Belief. I don't do a belief system. Period. To believe means not to know. So that's the first thing. Let's deal with the whole concept of belief. And if you have a system based on just believing, you have a system that's going to fail. So I don't practice. Moving on. If you a blind squirrel, get a nut every now and then. So you can go wrong and still hit it right every now and then. And that's what religion does. It's a hit and miss. Okay, I'm not playing that game. So to believe in God is what? To have God either outside yourself or no knowledge of him. So either one ain't working. Why? Believe me not to know. I believe in God. You never hear me tell you I believe in God. I know God. I know God. What? Through experience. So that's I'm talking God. Why? I know God. I know me. So those two things I love to talk about. Why? Those are things I know most about. Moving on. And if you got God outside yourself, okay, you don't know God, and you sure, okay, don't know you. So again, if you working on a belief system, you a little bit out of place. A belief system, I call it the lie. It's a lie. Religion, a lie. So it ain't just my opinion. It ain't just me. Do some homework and don't get all upset by me because I'm saying something because you're a Christian. Well, you don't know. No, I know just what I'm talking about. Because it's about you, don't make a difference. Let me know when I'm wrong. Okay, you are a belief system follower. You following a lie. Moving on. They want you to what? Just believe that what? That God is outside of you, up high, looking low. God is in heaven, waiting for you to come get. All that is just a lie. Simple. You can believe what you want. I ain't tell you not to believe it. I'm telling you it's a lie. I don't believe it. Why? I know better. Simple. We can have all the knowledge we want about everything. When it comes to that God thing, y'all just lose y'all damn perspective, logic, rational reason, the whole thing. Why? Because you so hell bent on what you believe. Don't care. That's an emotion. And it means not to know. So to be emotionally ignorant, that means you are ignorant of your higher self. You don't know God or yourself. spirituality, being a philosopher of spirit. God is spirit. Knowing about him is reality, and living it and practicing from that perspective. That's spirituality. It tells you what God is inside of you. Your spiritual consciousness is your mind, heart, mind, coherence. I tell you that all the time. God gave you this to live, to support. He gave you this to know who he is. Put them two together and you got something going. It's called heart, mind, coherence. I gave that lesson a long time ago, and they've been proving out from their side they do the same thing. So yeah, I'm not just making something up. Nope. Religions, again, I don't subscribe to them. They based on what? Fear. What's fear? The acronym for fear is false evidence appearing real. They giving you a fear factor that's not real. The lie, the great lie. Then they give you stories during the book to teach you how to combat the lie, and you still go with the lie. How smart are y'all? Religion makes you fear God. I'm God fearing, not because, God gonna do this. No, I know karma. I know if I put bad work out, I'm gonna get to suffer the bad action. That's karma. That's God. I don't fear that. I just know that. To fear God is not just because I'm scared God gonna punish me. That's religion. You believe that? That don't mean nothing. But if you believe it, it got you all messed up. And watch this. Religions will make you fear God, not to become one with God. If something you fear, you ain't trying to become one with it. Come on, y'all got this thing a little misconstrued. And then I throw it back to you with logic and reason. You got nothing to say. No, don't go around cramming now. You all high and mighty talk your good God, blah, 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 blah. Logic and reason supersedes ignorance. Moving on. And when you have your own God experience, believe it like Slim and none, and Slim walked out the door. Why? Because you got nothing left. Your experience with God come through blessings. Sometimes most people, death life situation where they know only God saved me. Yeah, whatever you call it, us spiritual people, Christians call it what? But God. When something happens and nobody but God can make it, that's should be your understanding about God. It shouldn't be no belief in God. You know, okay, he just bailed me out. Okay, God, I've been loyal to God ever since I had my conversation, my awakening. Moving on. But you don't need religion to know God. Religion ain't in God. Religion ain't in God. God ain't in religion. Okay, God is in you. Religions separate you from that and want you to follow their belief system so they can lead you astray. Okay, I told my best friend and pastor over 10 years ago when I found God and wanted to fellowship with the group Christians, God, but not with the religious or religion or the Bible. I got to God a whole different way. Okay, I went to what they call the rough side of the mountain. I didn't walk around with the Bible. I didn't quote the Bible verses. I didn't do none of that. No, I went to Egypt and got me some Egyptian philosophical concepts, put them to use, and manifested my own. I practice the Egyptian mystery system, and it's based on a philosophy that we call Maya, some call it Shita Netta, some call it Shmatawi. But it's all about what? To get you to know thyself, meaning God that's in you, not the God that's up in heaven waiting for you. And I've been writing the Bible, the book of wisdom. They didn't say God's outside you. The Christians telling you God's in you all the time. I'm reading half the stuff. I said, well, okay, I ain't arguing nothing he said yet. I'm still trying. I know they did that one side when God created the world and he relaxed us. I got a problem with that. But see, it's certain things that y'all got a few right ideas. Something you got wrong. Okay. But religions got God wrong. Segue. That's all I'm saying. Y'all really got that God thing a little misconstrued. And y'all too arrogant, too egoistic to admit it. After 2,000 damn it years, you still telling the same lie. Tell them the Bible ain't literal. Just tell them. Stop taking the Bible literal, and you can kill all the nonsense. It's a real simple gesture. Why? Because they believe you. So if you say, Bible thumpers, the Bible's not a literal book, all that arrogance, all that nonsense will just dissipate. And they can become good people with what? Understanding of that Bible. Stop making it a damn religious or a literal book, because it's not. And too many of y'all think it is? Don't get mad at me. Religious people. Y'all the biggest fear going is what? Hell. Y'all scared of going to hell. You in hell. The idea is you raised up out of here. You come in here, we in hell. Simple, the lowest level of existence, physical form. I ain't got time for that. But come on, man. It's all about what? Your understanding of God, your knowledge of God, not your damn belief in God. And the main thing is your experience of God. Spiritual people know hell why they go through it, but they go through it with God. And they understand that's how they made it through hell. To know thyself is to know God for yourself. And you are one and the same. You are God. We put that concept of God in, but we make him, when it's come to us, he's up there. When it comes to doing, they don't understand. You have the same capabilities to manifest and create within yourself. You do it everywhere else, but you can't do it with a belief system. That's where you fall short. God don't care about your religion. He don't give a damn if you're Christian, Muslim, or Jew. He don't care if you're a damn it church goer or non-church. He don't give a damn if you even believe in him or not. How about that? That means nothing to him. That's all part of your nonsense. And because you want to call yourself a Christian, a Muslim, or a Jew, don't make God bless you no better, no different than nobody else who don't say a damn thing but live right and do right like I do. I don't claim none of them, and I'm just as blessed as every one of them. So why should I entertain what you do, claiming that? I ain't got to claim. I know what I'm doing. I'm comfortable with what I'm doing. I don't knock what you do. I just ain't following it. Why? I got my own. So glad that I got my own. So glad that I can see that I know the God who blesses me. You got yours. I ain't got a problem with that. My man said best. The God of my understanding. I understand God. Y'all obviously, Christian got one God, Muslim got another God, Jew got another God. So who the one confused? Moving on. But the God of my understanding, again, my logic and reasoning, my mental capacity, who I know for myself, who blesses me on a daily basis, I don't give a damn what God you call or what religion you profess. Not one bit. So that don't change my relationship with the God of my understanding at all. So because you believe this, that, and the third, means nothing to me. I'm a teacher of a philosophy that works for me. I'm just sharing it with you. And if you practice it, try it, it may work for you too. That's all I'm saying. You ain't got to stop being a Christian to be a right thinker. Just use the right thinker philosophy. You claim it what you want. Okay. But if I claimed a religion and I didn't live right, I would, if I didn't live right by what? Serving God, doing what I do on a daily basis, I wouldn't be blessed. Oh, he don't bless. No, he don't bless mess. Liars and bad people with bad intention. If your heart ain't pure, he ain't taking care of you. Moving on. And God only rewards good deeds, not religious or good religious people. If you're a religious person and you're doing good deeds, bam, you got it. But if you claim to be religious and think because you're religious, that's going to get God blessing, you're wrong. Simple. So, okay. And again, God only rewards good deeds, not good Christians, Muslims, or Jews, or words about how good God is, how great they love God, and they ain't putting the work in. Y'all say it, prayer without works means nothing. I agree. My whole thing for God is putting God's work in. My work is doing what I'm doing right now. I'm putting my work in. I do daily. Okay? Now, what your work for God is, what your mission is, that's on you. I'm on mine every day. All right, let's go. And where we at? If you think God chooses any religion over another, you're really ignorant of God. Why? That ain't how it works. That's why. If you believe that, you ignorant. That's dumb. That's just wrong. Ain't nothing worse than a religious ignorant person because they're going to sell you on a what? Ignorant belief. If you believe that, that's fine. Are you living by the tenets that's set for? That's what you do, and that's what you will be rewarded for. Not to claim to be religious because you're Muslim and Allah blessing you more than him. No, no, no. Again, I don't subscribe to that. A God is consciousness, and spirit. That's us in the flesh. Okay? You got to be conscious and wise enough to recognize God or to understand God, to know God. And the spirit that he gave you is life. What you do with it, you have a choice. to do what's wrong or what's right. And you will be dealt with accordingly. That don't change from birth to death. It's the same scheme. All right, it's been that way since the beginning. It haven't changed yet. Only thing changed is the players. Game of life ain't changed a bit. God, the Word, aka consciousness and spirit, made flesh. Man, we are ignorant gods. Gods are enlightened men. How about that? Get the concept? Because what? It's here. It's up here. And God is a human who's enlightened being to themselves, knowing through what daily practice and living that what? They are one with God. You find out at a certain point in time, wow, he'll make his presence known. You just put the work in, he'll come. Like you tell you, my man, Crossroads. You can find the devil. Everybody know how to find the devil. Everybody know how to go to the crossroads and make a deal with the devil. But nobody can find God. And we hear ministers practice. Everybody trying to get you. I'm just a teacher. I'm just a tool. I'm giving information to put you in the right direction. But nobody wants that. Okay, but that's what I do. So what that y'all don't want to make a difference. I do what I do. Why? That's my mission for the guy upstairs. All right. Man becomes God when he becomes spiritually enlightened to become conscious of who he is, aka know thyself. That's called the nihas. When you reach that level of what? Righteous living. Study spiritual disciplines, practicing them, knowing them for yourself, and you become what? God-like in the flesh, like you was intended. Now what? You can go home. You fulfilled your obligation as a human being. When your master, your spiritual knowledge, aka know thyself, when you know God resides in you, now you have a decision and a choice to make. Continue to do you or fess up and go with God. I went to the right side. I crossed over. I called my pastor, yo, man, I'm a good guy now. I spent my life being the bad guy and enjoyed it. Thought it was cool. Didn't get me nowhere. Prison, depression, okay, ass out. That's all ego, okay? Not good. Right thinking gets me where I am now. That's the point. And watch this, wrapping it up. Again, appreciate you tuning in. Being spiritually enlightened, it means you're living right. You only get spiritual enlightenment from living right. Daily study, practicing what you're learning, implement it, and you'll be rewarded. And that's how it's done. That's how I did it. If there's other ways, okay, fine. My pastor know a way. He got his way. My mother-in-law, she know a way. So I ain't saying my way is the only way. No, I'm just saying I do have a way. And if you don't have a way, tune in. I can help you. That's what I do for you. And again, being spiritual meaning you're living right. And if you're living right, means you're being blessed on a daily basis. How many religious people are living right in their religion? And if they are, they'll be blessed every day just like me. And I know people who are. So I understand from that perspective, if you're doing supposed to be, you get the same thing I get. But I know from my perspective, I get mine too. So I ain't jealous or envious of you or competing with you for God's attention. That's not what I do. All right. I'm a spiritual philosopher. I'm going to talk God. Why? I don't practice any religion. I do talk, and I have a philosophy that I follow that sometimes contradicts religious philosophical concepts. That's all. That's it. That's it. I'm a spiritual philosopher, not a preacher. If the book I studied and broke down was the Bible, that would make me a preacher. I don't do the Bible. I got a library full of books. I got Bibles over there. I don't pick them up to teach from. But they don't read. They're good to have, so yeah. But I don't read that book. Well, I go to church every week. That's my Bible time. That's my moment with Christian concept. I don't need no more than that. I know just what I need from them. And on Sundays, I get my message. On Wednesdays, I get to hang out on the prayer line and get the testimony. Like I said, I've given testimony. So I'm a prayer warrior. I'm all in with the Christian concept. I'm with them 100%. Okay? I know when to get out and when to get off. I know how much to tolerate. Okay? Again, I got my balance. All right. Again, where we at? So spiritual mastering. Again, I teach about God. I talk about it. I live about it. I'm God all the time. And I was told nobody wants to talk about God all the time. Okay, so when we talk, whenever you decide to, I'll be right here, but I ain't going nowhere, and that's what I'm gonna talk about. Spiritual mastery is what you mastering the spiritual truth that you practiced and learned over the years. Now you don't have to learn them, but you live them. So what? Now you know them. They become yours. You own what you do. You call it whatever you want. I know how to earn God's blessing. Just living right. It's real easy, okay? But that's why I what teach others how they can earn His blessings also, taking it home without getting all crazy. All right, being a master or a spiritual philosopher means yes, I know God and yet I know me. Those are two things that you need to be comfortable with for yourself. I got mine. Come here on every daily basis and practice it. You'll be able to get yours too. That's what I do for you. Help you too. What? Know you too. So in closing, right thing, because me, you all there to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I'll never know that those who know that you can't believe in God, but you had the Spirit of God, who passed away. And when you experience God passing away, ain't the problem. Why? That's judgment day. That if you do it right, you'll pass and you go that way, not that way. I'll be right back.